Welcome to the Waveloop and Choppa tutorial video, except no substitute. So I'm developing a couple plugins called Waveloop and Choppa, and also it's an iOS, Choppa is an iOS app that is an instant sampler for your phone, and I'm developing a suite for macOS and Windows. Additionally, I'm building a Raspberry Pi looper project as well, which is free. So anyways, you can find all on waveloop.app. And today I'm going to show you how to navigate, install, and just generally have fun with the Waveloop Reaper plugins, which are also free. So if you want to check out this way of looping, I welcome you to try it. So yeah, I'm going to take you through installing it, getting it working, showing you how I route the audio, and also I'll talk a little bit about my process for developing this thing, because I just like talking about it. So you get to sit there and listen. So first of all, we get the code is all open source here. Waveloop X1, X4, and Choppa. So X1 is our single track looper. X4 is our 4-track looper. Choppa is our instant sampler instant chopper sampler. You get it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this. I've already pasted this URL in extensions repack because when I went to my plugins, they were already there because I was using the dev versions. Anyways, I've restarted Reaper here. So what you got to do is you got to paste this URL in repack if you have repack. If not, you can download these from here. Just go to like download zip, and then and I should also add like a download to my Reaper. Where is the Reaper plugin? Here it is, Reaper download plugin suite. Yeah, I think you could download them from here too. So however you decide to do it, I should make these individual downloads as well. Anyways, okay, back to the thing. So if you haven't noticed, I have ADHD, and these videos get it's a little bit of a ride, a little bit of a wave that you will have to ride, if you will. So we've downloaded the plugins, we've added them. Now I need to go to import packages, I believe, browse packages extension for repack browse, and then I go Waveloop, and yeah, let's do X1 first, because that's kind of our easiest way, I guess. So add a new plugin, go to our JS, type a wave, and it's not there. Why? All? Let's try this. Oh wait, I did something wrong. I'm very new to the repack whole thing here because I don't wave loop. Okay, I'll just do all three. Actions, right click, install update selection. Cool. Are they installed? Okay. Ah, there we go. Installed 3 by Elezolution and Anna Iliovic. Let's see. Are we here? Waveloop. Hello. I would like to use some things. I'm such a noob. You guys are probably watching this and you're like, what? An absolute noob. What is this thing? Maybe I need to rescan? I think probably. Should add that in here. Scan for new plugins, right? There we go. Okay, I'll add that in this process. Just gonna write this down. Add to repo readme scan for new plugins after installing. Okay. Claude's just going. He's just going. And yeah, I use AI to do all this stuff. I am a software developer for 10 years, web dev for 20. I know my way around software. I'm a full-time software architect. So like AI is just helping me with a lot of the coding that I don't want to do, frankly, like all the boring stuff. So anyways, with that disclaimer out of the way, we're gonna like make some stuff. So I gotta set up my routing real quick because I have sound coming through this guy, and we don't want this here. We want it here. Input 3. Okay, we're gonna weird. So I got my little Arturia here. And we're just gonna like do a couple loops with Waveloop to show you. We'll get things moving a little bit. So remove this track, and we're just gonna go throw Waveloop X1 in here. So, and I haven't used this in like ages. What I like to do is I like to like window float this selected effects. I'll close this. So you've got a couple things here. One is this like focused view on it, and then I'll take you through all these controls and stuff. And then if you enable this show embedded UI in TCP and also in the MCP, there it is, you get a cute little view of Waveloop there. So it's kind of nice, eh? Like little, how do I open it again? Oh my God. There was a way to open this thing. So I gotta remember that. Let's just add an effects here. Okay, you know what? We'll throw Choppa in here so we can get this back. Okay, yeah. All right, so throw Choppa up here. So check it out. We have Waveloop, and I want to show you some of the controls here. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to like send all keyboard input to plugin. Okay, and then for you people with MIDI controllers, what you're going to want to do is you will want to go to param, and then learn. So I've exposed all of the controls that you want to our thingy. So if you want to our thingy, I'm so descriptive. I've exposed all the controls to be mappable. So you can just like learn a play stop, press a button on your whatever your favorite controller is, and let it rip. So, but I'm going to use the keyboard shortcuts. And those are, what are they? So W goes back to 0. It's like one of my favorite shortcuts. The / enables and disables loop. And then if you're confused about any of these, let's see if this is a total bug. Oh, good, it works. So you can hover over something and you can see the key in the top right. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just gonna bring this big center. Let's just undistract this screen here. Make it minimal. Make this bigger. Make it bigger. Well, I tried to. Anyways, you'll see it up there. Space R for record. Oh, I thought O was over. No, I didn't have that. W is rewind. D is reverse. And B is side. So in all of your tapes, you have two sides. So if I'm recording something, like so, hello. Why don't I hear anything? That's always a good sign when it's not doing what you expect. Oh, it might be this actually. Hang on. Is that weird? Okay, I gotta Choppa. Yes. I'll get back to that. So we're gonna record a thing. By the way, clear this clear button. If you click it twice, if you're recording, and you're like, oh, that sucks, right? You just press clear twice, or press. You don't have to press it twice, or you can press C. So C clears the tape, that side, and then if you like record, if you record something, if you record a loop and you're like, oh, this sucks, right? Sure. So you're like, oh, this is garbage. This is trash, right? Then all you do is you press C, and press C again, and it clears all your loop points. So now you're back at the start. No stress, right? You're like, okay, I can do better. And that's what you think to yourself. You think, I could do better. Ooh, that's fun. So a little, it's not perfect, but the idea behind this thing is not to be perfect, right? It's just to like have fun. Have fun with it. So if you press R while this thing is going, you can toggle between recording and playing. So then while you're like hanging out here, you'd be like, okay, I need to like try some other stuff here. And I don't know what that is. Okay, so we got our loop going, and I'm not gonna, I would get totally distracted and just play with this for hours, as I do. So now that we have this like little loop going, I want to show you some tricks, if you will, some Waveloop tricks. And so what these tricks are, first of off, we have our backwards, which is, in my opinion, one of the most fun things you could do in this looper. Play it backwards, record over it backwards. Excuse me. What do we got? No, let's go. I want something with, get a reverb going. I'm not gonna get too distracted, I promise. But I do want to show you like what the deal is. Okay, so one of the ways I use the reverse is like putting in these like little drops. So then when you play back, forward, you get the thing. So then we got this kind of like vibey little thing going on. And now on to our last piece of Waveloop, second last piece. One of the pieces that I'm just overlooking in this one, which you can figure out how to use on your own, is the B side. So press B and you swap between A and B sides. The cursor stays where it's going. So you can like flip between the two. This one's still a little bit in progress, but I use it with with X4. It makes more sense when we get to X4. Okay. So yeah, so we got this thing going on, and I'm just gonna show you some like of these. So you see these like 4 buttons, these mysterious buttons down here: chew, eat, pop, flat. So YHP, nothing for flat. Okay, cool. So here's the thing. Also ignore this BPM thing. I fixed this in another version, and yeah. Anyways, chew, eat, pop, flat. I'm calling these tape operations, mirror references. And what they do is they'll just chop your stuff up for you. So they'll chop it up in a way that it well, you get it. So in my opinion, the strength of this is that you can record. So additionally, in addition to chopping and stuff, all this stuff, you can hit your record again and be like, I want more things just on this one. By the way, this might sound terrible because it's only gonna be on this one section. But let's say you found this one section that you really liked. You can like chop it up and then you can flatten it using this flat, and it just flattens the entire thing. So we made this. Oh, that's a bug. Look at that. Right on. We can fix that. We can fix it by asking it to do the same thing. Okay. This is honestly the most complicated part about this thing. But in the suite, so this version of Waveloop is about a month old now, and the piece the one on my Raspberry Pi, the one on Mac and Windows is far past this. But I think it's important to have this like in Reaper so that we can like test things out. There's no audio. Anyways, I won't go in there. I won't go to there. So I guess this is Waveloop X1, and it's just like make some vibes. And when you're satisfied with your loop, this little button down here, throw it into your transport. You can stop this guy, and now you have it here. So you can do that anytime. You can export this anytime. You do want to put it where it will drop it where your cursor is. These JSFX plugins are limited to some certain behavior, so there are some workarounds. But that said, the whole purpose of this suite of apps is to get outside of quantizing, get outside of the grid. Like, just turn off the grid for a sec and just make stuff, right? Because there's loopers out there that are, and for the reference, I will be putting like click tracks and stuff in Waveloop proper, and I will be synchronizing this to our grid. But the first intent of this Waveloop thing is so that it removes that constraint of the grid, constraint of like quantizing, of perfection. There's no undo. You record something on here, it's done. There's no undo, and it's never coming. Undo will never happen. And the idea is you're committing to this sound. You're finding a sound on your keyboard, and you're like, this is good, put it down. That's the whole point of Waveloop. It's just committing to stuff and enjoying the process. We have our DAWs. Our DAWs have undo. Our DAWs have all the tools. They have everything you need except releasing you from the ruler. So that's the whole point of Waveloop. So if you are enjoying, if you're curious about that, or if you want to try something without quantizing, without that inherent perfectionism baked in to the software itself, give Waveloop a try. It's free on Reaper. Go ahead. Or it's free on Linux and also on Raspberry Pi. Those are your other two free options. Otherwise, it's $25. Support me on my Windows and Mac adventures. I'm not saying I'm making a DAW, but I'm kind of making a DAW out of it. The Mac version has AUV3 support. I'm working on VST support for Windows. We'll see. But yeah, lots of cool stuff coming in that. So this is Waveloop X1. Waveloop X1. You know what? I'm just on a roll here. I'm going to continue this video. It's going to be a long one, but the algorithms will point you to where you want to go, and we can make highlights. We can, I'm just one dude. This is my Sunday. I just got to make this video because people are like, how do you use this thing? And I would rather be building the stuff than making marketing videos and all of that. Like, I just love building. So that's another one of my whys. I love making tools for people. So let's go to Waveloop X4. Okay. We're just going to do a little sneak peek to X4. I'm going to show you my routing with how I get to X4 levels, so to speak. And then I'm just going to do a quick thing of X4, because X4 is X1 with 4 tracks, plus a little bit of spice. Plus a little spice, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you my routing here. So Waveloop is sitting here on track 1, right? What I normally do is I have like my microphone input, which is, I keep forgetting that it like comes down here. I'm still a bit of a, oh my God, turn off my double audio here. Turn it off. Yo, wow, that's really loud. It's been loud this whole time and I haven't even realized. So, so we got our Waveloop guy sitting over here, right? We got this here. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. So show effects chain. So I'm going to delete, and then we're going to throw, so we got Waveloop here, and then got our microphone here. Waveloop has audio 3, just kind of like this input, and then we're going to throw our synthesizers in a group. So this is how this is my general, like, is I have, excuse me, so loud. So I have maybe my headphones just need to stop adjusting my volume for. Hello, we're gonna throw Waveloop X4 here because this is how I generally use it. I say, look, I have a bunch of tracks. I want to just like lay down these tracks super easy. Window float, here we go. So Waveloop X4, you navigate with the arrow keys, okay? And it loops around, so you could be like, yo, I'm gonna record some stuff, and then I'm gonna like record another track over some stuff, and then I'm gonna like record, I'm gonna like go backwards and do some stuff, and then I'm gonna like yo, I'm gonna do some stuff, I'm gonna like go backwards and do some. So That's how you record in Waveloop. Go backwards. Go backwards. Go backwards. So, show you some differences between Waveloop X1 and X4 real quick, and then we're gonna get to Choppa, get to chopping, get to chopping, and then we're gonna like, I'm just gonna throw in a track in here while I'm thinking about this. Huh? Right. So this gets very complicated very fast. But I'm just gonna throw this here just for later. I'm gonna get distracted very easily, and I gotta keep Choppa up here so we know what's going on. So Waveloop X4 is the exact same as Waveloop, except you have 4 tracks, and you can switch between A and B sides. So a note about A and B sides. So you'll notice like, and you can mute in solo. So if you use the chew, eat, flat functionality, oh yeah, and look, so the shortcuts are also a little different. I promise I'll get these all lined up. So Waveloop is a little bit ahead of X4 is a little ahead of X1 in Reaper. I'll unify them all, I promise. Just for now, just have fun with them. But so you'll notice flat has this equal sign up here, right? And one thing I just glazed over as well, this in and out. So I told you how to like remove the loop points. It's this / button, right? That's how you can like toggle it between loop and not. If you want to, I'm just gonna clear everything, by the way. Oh, is there no? All right. So what am I doing? I'm gonna take it off reverse mode. I'm just gonna show you something real quick. So if we're recording, I can set my loop points both on X1 and X4 with this, I don't know if you can see it here, little square bracket, set, loop point set. And then there's another one, the other square bracket, which will set, toggle, loop point set. It'll toggle, and then there's another one, okay, the other square bracket. So I'm recording a bunch of tracks now, set, and toggle, loop point set. Here's, it'll toggle the other one here, okay, so we can, so I'm recording a bunch of tracks now, set, and toggle, loop point set. So there's some faders, and then there's another one, the other square bracket. Faders on the right, loop points. To make it a little easier to manage your entire X1, X4, just very basic controls. If you go to this param functionality, you'll notice there's a lot. So there's all the stuff, track stuff here as well. And then just select a track you can select directly as well. I think 2, 3, 4 does it, yeah. And just a note about the track selection. So I don't know if there's anybody out there that has used the Teenage Engineering OP1 field, but that's what inspired this whole thing, because I was like playing, my friend lent it to me, and I was playing with the sampler and also the tape looper, and I'm like, why doesn't this exist? You know what I mean? Like it's so simple. You just like write stuff down and overdub and just like go at it, right? There's nothing that's just like immediate like this. So which is why I discovered that. And then I created this, and it's gone on its own tangent into its own little world. But that's like another why behind why this exists. But so one thing I wanted to like make sure that was happening was when you record something, what you hear is what is recorded. So like I'm adjusting the volume here. This is the output volume of the track. But that's exactly what's going to be recorded. And then whatever goes into it it's just like, it's supposed to be very like rigid and hard. But if you're like switching tracks and you can see when I'm like talking and then you can't hear anything, that's because this mixer is down. So just be aware of that. If you're in the zone and you're still new to this thing and you're like, I can't hear anything, you can always nuke it and go back. You can just like kill the plugin and go back. Or I should also add to do add clear all to X4. I'm throwing these prompts in Claude over here, so that's why I'm like, if I get an idea, and then also unify shortcuts between X1 and X4. I think he's just like going at it. Okay, whatever. Okay, so X1 and X4, that's the idea, that's the vibe, is we make stuff, and then we track over track, and then we can go between A and B sides. We can use our chopping window functionality, and then pop actually like returns it back to a track where it was. So if you're doing your like ref stuff and you're like, okay, I'm gonna use this, and you're like, and you do it too much, you're like, oh shit. Then you can just go back using pop. Okay, P, go back to pop. Lets you set your refs again. You're like, I only actually wanted 2 of these. Oops, I only wanted 1. Now you can like burn it. So that's yeah. And then where I was going with the B-sides, okay, is like I have a it's not monitored. So to the B-side thing. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Okay, not gonna get distracted, but I have this, we have this like little groove. And one of the big problems when you're looping is like, man, I just like want to have a B section, right? And Ableton solves this with all its like buttons and stuff. But it's like, can get overwhelming. So what I've done here is we have our sections. So we have 2 sections now, A and B. We just swap between them using the B key. And now we're just like vibing, right? We're just chilling. Oops. I thought I pressed it, I didn't. So yeah, it's a B section, right? So it's really immediate. You're like, okay, you got ideas? Just go with it. So that's X4 in a nutshell. And I just demonstrated down here. You remember I was like saying you got this while I was recording, and I just like took out the one part that I wanted, threw it in here. Easy. So so in X4, one of the problems that I ran into is like, okay, I have this thing, and you'll notice that when I was in the B section, I was like, I wanted it to be a little longer, but because the loop is constrained to this 2 bars, or whatever it is, I don't even know, because we're not on a grid. We're just in the zone. So there's this X2 button, okay? And that just doubles your loop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this snappy, and we're gonna double it, okay? You'll notice it takes the same form as this ref window as before. So if you wanna go further and you're like, actually, I only wanted this snap, right? Then you can go like, okay, I'm gonna just take this one snap, and you'll notice it only affects the one side. This really, really cool shit happens in X4, by the way. And we're gonna burn this and burn this. So now we got our B section. And I'm gonna make this B section longer actually. So I'm gonna like toggle it back. Oh, look at that, another bug. Let me write that down. When on side A, B, using X2 should also ref side A. This is like, get back there. Oops. I gotta take this stupid click to navigate off. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I take it off? Let me know what you want. But we're gonna go to our B section here now. I didn't even press record. Yeah, I fuck with this. Sorry, kids. Headphones. No. I gotta like kill some of these pads, some of these. Stupid. Yes, anyways, like I said, I'm not gonna get distracted. See, I got an idea. This is flowing with it. It's a good time. And there's no pressure. You don't like something, you press C, it's gone. Forever. Okay? No undo. So that's why the controller is simple. You're just in the zone. Okay, so. And just another note. So it is stereo, and I haven't demonstrated that it's stereo by any means. But if you can be like, I'm recording on one side. Cool. Check it out. I'm recording on the other side. Yeah. Check it out. Now it's gonna go back to the other side. Over here. Cool. Here. Check it out. I'm recording on the other side. Yeah. Check it out. Now it's gonna go back to the other side. Stuff. Over here. Cool. Check it out. I'm recording on, and you can go back. There you go. So you can pan into it, and it burns it to tape. So like, it's a good way to just like create sonicscapes. And when it's all reversed, of course, like. And did I add time? You bet I did. And can you record while the time is going? Hell yeah, you can. So this is an X1 as well. You can like record. You bet I did. While the time is. Check it out. I'm recording on. And you can. So I'm just gonna like, we'll throw all this away. It's fine. We'll go B-side, and then yeah, clear all also needs to clear the gain stuff. I need a better way to snap these. So this is less of this is a tutorial, but it's also a little bit of a showcase. And then so I want to show you like one of my favorite things is like when you're in reverse. Oh my god, what am I doing? Clear. We're gonna record in double speed because this is just like. It's just pretty cool, honestly. Oops. No undo. Don't fuck up like I just did. It's just pretty cool. So yeah, that's X4. Okay. There we go. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's X4. And I want to like show you now. Blah, 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 blah. How do I get this other track? What? Okay. I want to take the input from this guy. Sends. Oh, how do I do this again? Sorry, I'm a little bit of a noob when it comes to this. So, sends, add new send, 2, 4. Let's call it, I'm just going to call this Choppa. And I think it's this. So we're going to send this to, oops. What did I do? Choppa. Okay. Are we sending? Let's see. Check. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm throwing, so taking us back to when I had Choppa in the track, couldn't hear it. And that's because we have, oh man, this is, okay, bear with me. I promise this will be better. But it's meant to sit in line with things. And also it's meant to, I'm just gonna throw one more track in here. I'm thinking while I'm going, bear with me, please. I know this isn't your normal, like, hey, coming at you with this tutorial video, you know, but bear with me. I know we're all in a rush and I will use some editing stuff to make this better, but much like my Waveloop sessions, this is highly unplanned. So it's all on brand, right? Hello, what are we doing? I want my drum machine, which is on 3, 4, 5, 6. Where are you? Just gonna throw this. Right. My routing is so very confusing. So I'm so sorry for that. Cool. And I have my drum machine here because there's reasons. I promise there's reasons. So like when I had this OP1 field, I was chilling, and I'm like, one of the things I loved about it is that there was a radio attached to it, an FM radio. So I was like, how do we do this without spending $2,500? How do I sample from the radio, put it into a sampler that I can play? Like, how do we do this? You know what I mean? Like, because I loved it. I love that instant sampler of the OP1. So that's how Choppa was born. And Choppa was honestly like the first thing that I made. I was like into my Claude ideas thing. I'm like, I want to make a sampler. And Claude's like, that's a great idea. So that's the most unique and great idea that's ever hit the earth. And I'm like, you know, Claude, you're absolutely right. And let's do it. So anyways, what I did is I copied it, kind of. So I went like, what? Hey, that was supposed to be super cool. So do I not have this going? Let's just double check my routing again, because we saw it before. Choppa, it's going in here. Can I like bypass this? How do I get this? Sending. Parent sends channels. I do not understand any of this shit. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Receive from track 1, Waveloop. Hello. Is it trying to, it's probably trying to save me from like myself. Yeah, it's trying to like mute itself. Whatever. Here's why I want to be able to do that and why I can do it in Waveloop Windows and Mac is that I might want to take this loop that I made, throw it in here, throw it in a Choppa, right? I just want to like throw it in a Choppa, and then I'm like, hey, let's do something with this. I just want it in a Choppa, 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 Choppa. I just want to like throw it, throw it, chop, chop, and then like chop, and then I'm like, okay. So what I'm doing here, I just want to demonstrate before this happened, because Choppa is where things get a little complicated, okay? And on the website, on waveloop.app, there is Waveloop, Choppa. There's help. And I promise this is all going to get better as I stop working on features and stop building for a minute to make videos and stuff like this. But here's the gist of it, okay? So the tilde, or whatever this button is, this one on the keyboard, this one. You hit that, and then it arms the recording, and then you can just like press it to stop. So pressing it arms it, like so, and then it waits for input, just like in the teenage engineering things. And I thought that was a great user experience. Okay, that's why I copied it. So I thought that was a great. I thought that was a great. So I thought that was a great. If you don't want that happening, click this choke button. That's why I copied it. Okay, and then the pads, so to speak, 1, 2, 3, 4, Q, W, E, R, A, S, D, F, Z, X, C, V. You'll notice that this one only has 8 pads, right? If you want more pads, there's these buttons up here. So there's the slash and the what is the button? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There's slash and star, and let's just see what keys those are. I believe it's this. Yeah, it says minus and equals. Okay, so if you minus it, it makes less chops, and then it waits for input. And I thought that was a great user experience. And then escape will stop the. I thought that. stop the sound. I thought that so you can divide the number of pads with the minus button, and then you can like double with the equals button. Just those two side-by-side buttons. And then with equal button, side buttons. Why are there only 6? Weird. Equal button. Those two side buttons. Those two side by side. And then there is also a KL. So I can use K to reverse the clip. Side button. I believe there's also normalize. Let's just say. And also, when you're in here, you can also be like, what does this do? What does this do? What does this do? What does this do? Right? Okay. So I'm going to show you. Also, we need to update the reverb page with proper all the shortcuts using the key UI thingy. Okay. So you're like, okay, well, I got.
Excuse-moi de t'avoir ramené à l'ordre, mon cher. Parce que je veux qu'ils prennent la bonne terre.
Ben oui, non, vous êtes là pour ça, parfait. Merci beaucoup. Merci, Marthe. Passez une très belle journée. Tantôt, sur le coup de 14h, c'est Catherine Perrin qui va être avec vous.
So, trying to not get a copyright strike. And I don't think I'll get it with this. So, one of my favorite things with this was like, hey, I want to sample FM radio. Because people's voices are fun. And so in Choppa, you just sample whatever you want immediately. And I want to show you how this differs from like other samplers, because one of the things that I hate about the Ableton sampler and like, by the way, I love Koala sampler. Throwing that out there, Koala, big love for you guys. But I wish you could just like take an entire sample, chop it up, right? And that's like that's what Choppa does. So what we're doing here is we're using the period slash. I should make a keyboard listener that like shows the keyboard on the page. That'd be sick. Or on my stream. Let's see. Also, we are considering. Ooh, I got Claude to make me an audio marker. Let's see. I just want to know. Record. Wow. My brain is like not in code mode. So back to this. So what we want to do is we want to shape the chops. Okay. So there's something over here that.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Merci, Marthe. Merci, Marthe.
Right? Those are kind of fun. And you might be like, okay, maybe I only want this, right? There's a lot of like rhythm in there that happens. So what we can do is we can there's two ways, bear with me. There are two ways to so trying to get my marker thing happening. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to find the piece of the recording that I really like, right? Narrow in on it really fast, and then chop into those specific regions that I like. So here's how we do it. We use the, I'm not focused. 9-0. Okay, these shortcuts are unintuitive and they're gonna change. So I want to dial into the recorded part that I like, right? And I think there's about a 30-second limit to these recordings, so keep that in mind. So we're gonna use the 9 and 0 keys and also the square open and close brackets. So in addition with the shift key, okay? So 9 and 0 will move the start of the entire recording left and right. start marker. So I'm going to use 0 right now, and we're going to see it's like chopping into the left side of the overall recording. If I use shift, it does that more. So I'm going to chop way over here, and we're going to like go to right here. Okay. And then you can fine chop in with when it's not shifted. And then we're going to take this other side, and that's the square brackets and curly braces. I'm going to chop into, let's say over here. Okay. Okay. So now we have our regions.
Oui, non, 100% parfait. Merci beaucoup. Merci, Marthe.
Oh, shit. I got some overlapping hotkeys. That's funny. So, okay. So the idea is that we get this like these chops in, and then we want to like make we want to record that, right? So what I do is let's do another group. There is another way that I do this, and I think, where's my group button? Group, move tracks to folder. Right. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna insert a new track. I'm like so afraid of breaking it. Unlike when I'm using Waveloop trademark. So so now we have our stuff here. That's awesome. I love that. So now I can individually modify these using the so this is more of a shift workflow, and it is M, period, /. And when you're in non-shift mode, it moves the start. And you can kind of use these like little triangles as your guide. Triangle left moves the marker left. Triangle right moves it right. One key to the left moves it more to the left. And one key to the right moves it more to the right. Okay, bigger jumps. So those are your two ways of doing that. Hello. Okay. And then using shift will change the end of it. Okay. So the end of this chop. May we do what? You'll notice that I can also chop over other, like I can have a chop and then have another chop that's like overlaid. That's totally cool. Do whatever you want. But you cannot chop outside of the start and end markers. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, we got our like. Let's go. I want may we up in here. May we. And then let's get may we. It's like that chop and screw kind of deal. Actually, that'd be. Merci. I'm not gonna get too distracted. Okay. And then just one quick little demo. Doctor. And one thing you're gonna want to do eventually is float window. I can't multitask. One thing you're gonna want to do eventually here is you're gonna want to map these controls. Okay. And I promise there is a VST of Choppa coming so that you can like make it take focus. But I think you can bind this to MIDI link channel 15, shift 15. Bear with me. I just want to make sure that this works. was almost positive that it did. MIDI hardware, send channels to from, send, add no hardware input. No, that's what we want. Okay, so we want to make a instrument new. There is a way that this works as an instrument, and I just want to like make sure that we're all aligned here. MIDI, input MIDI. Okay, where's Choppa? Input MIDI, key step. So we got our chops. Okay, just to get the idea, we have our got this. So now we're over in Waveloop X4, and we're like, hello, Waveloop X4. We're on the right one. Choppa. Oh, right. I didn't actually put this into its subgroup. Okay, right? Are we here? Hello? You should be inside of this guy. I want you inside. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so now, this is very complicated routing, and I don't want to make things too complicated, but they kind of get that way with Waveloop. I also put Waveloop on my master track, but just one little shout out here is also what I do is get rolling sampler happening, of course, right? Because everybody needs this plugin, rolling sampler. It's amazing. I love this thing. So yeah, and this particular sampler will help you grab like any magic that you make with Waveloop, any of those instantaneous things. There's one constraint with Waveloop Reaper, and that is that you can't drag and drop files onto it, and you can't drag things out of it. In order for me to do this, I need to make a Lua plugin, and it is down the line. It is. But I just want to refine my desktop experiences and my Raspberry Pi experience, because my Raspberry Pi I use it as a looper. Like I use it as my like live looper for busking and stuff. So I want to get that going before I hop back into this. But it is in the plans. So I'm like, yeah, we're like, Something like that. So we're just jamming. So that's Waveloop and Choppa. And that's how you use it. And please give it a whirl. I'll save this this project, put it in the video description. If you're here at the end of the video, thank you for watching. And I really hope you enjoy Waveloop and Choppa and just like creating with it. I hope you like enjoy creating with it. And if you do, go buy Choppa, the iOS app. Do I have my phone? Of course I don't, because that would require preparation. I'm just kidding, I do. Do I have my phone? Of course not. Oops. Do I have my phone? Of course not. Do I have my phone? Of course not. Don't. Do I have my phone? Of course not. Don't. So anyway, that's Choppa. In Choppa iOS, you have four different sample banks, and then within each one, there's no way you can see this, but you have a 4. And then you have an 8. Do I have my phone? An 8 chop mode and a 16 chop mode, and all of those are independent. So you really have 16 plus 4, 28 chops per sample bank. Choppa, Waveloop, Choppa, Waveloop, Choppa, Waveloop, Choppa, Waveloop, and Choppa. I hope I covered everything. If not, leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see, and we'll make the thing happen.